You got the directions?
I do. We're taking the 105 to the 605.
105
to 60 to 10.
Make sure they know crashes. What time is it?
We are recording.
We'll get out of here late 3:20.
We are escaping LA. We're leaving. It's 3:20 in the morning. And get this, as we were trying to pull out, somebody pulled right in front of us.
I knew it was going to happen.
Pulling out of our spot. You believe that? That was crazy. Anyway, we loved it. We visited with the kids. We were on the beach. It was fantastic. But now it's time to go back to reality. Back to the desert.
Back to calm and quiet.
Yes. No planes flying over. No traffic. No nothing. We're good with that kind of life.
Yeah, buddy.
Y'all hear that? That's the sound of peaceful silence. Ugh. So refreshing not to hear jets fly over. Wow. Love it.
While we were there at the Salton Sea, we couldn't talk about a lot of things because the wind was blowing in many different directions. It would go from 3 or 4 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour, and that would mess up our voices in the microphone. So we're trying to let you know kind of some things that we found out that were neat, kind of very neat about that area. If you ever get a chance to go there and want to experience it, it's the largest lake in California. And the thing of it is, being the largest lake in California, it was a man-made lake on accident back in 1905, I think is what they say here, when the Colorado River actually flooded out of the irrigation canals that they had built prior to 1905 to irrigate the land from the Colorado River. The salt sink, that means it's a shallow saline salt sink, and it's located right over the Andreas Fault. That being said, there are situations with that area. That last year, a lady that they come there every year from Canada, she said last year they had a big bird kill there. They have algae blooms, and the salinity of the water is really getting high because the water level is also dropping. And the water that was the runoff agricultural water that went into it from before this year, now that water is being diverted to San Diego, is my understanding from talking to a guy with the Forest Service there. So it's a situation where the state of California is going to be developing some plan, I think, to save it. But I don't know. I don't think it's the ecological disaster that the media plays it up to be, or the environmentalists play it up to be. But like I say, I don't have all the pertinent information, so that's all I can say. It's a beautiful area, though, and to me, if there's a way to save it, it would be worth saving, but that's not my call. The area itself is located over San Andreas Fault. The water volume is 6 million acre feet of water, 343 square miles, 8,360 square miles, and it's 226 feet below sea level. And the maximum depth between 43 and 50 feet. That's what the ranger told me. So the Californians, to me, have something there to be very proud of. But like I say, it's different in different parts of the country, and the different local governments do it. But they can't really pump off any water to use for anything. But there's, in the video that you see, you'll see they farm, they raise grapefruit there, lemons, oranges. We've seen fields of it off of irrigation canals that they run from the Colorado River and around, not out of the Salton Sea, because I think now It's fixing to go above 35% salinity. That's a lot of salt. They have this fish called the puffer fish there. That's natural to the pools that were there from before the lake was. They're millions of years old, I guess, these puffer fish. And they can tolerate high salinity, but it's also starting to kill them. So they'll have to figure out what kind of plan or approach they're going to do with dealing with the water that's there. I also understand there's geothermal access from the Salton Sea by the fault. The power companies are seeking geothermal, steam energy. I don't know about all that. I guess you could pull it up on the internet and read about it if you were interested in it. But it's a very neat place, very beautiful. The flood was in 1905 from the Colorado River that started the lake, and the rainfall with the combined runoff at that period, it went on a several year period. It flooded to fill this lake full of this much water to make this lake, which in prehistoric, I don't know if it's prehistoric times, but older times, hundreds of thousands of years, this was a lake at one time, like an ocean. But it's come and went several different kinds. And in my hand, I picked up the scallops, the teeny tiny scallops. They were on our side. We were on the eastern side of the lake, and near the state recreational area of California. And of course, we had to pay to camp there. But it was nice. They had it fixed up nice. No full hookups. They had a park with full hookups you could go into. But it was nice. And the scallops that I had in my hand, they were just blown across.
Barnacles.
The barnacles, yeah. What did I say, scallops?
Yeah.
I meant barnacles. They were small ones, about that. Well, you see them in my hand, and they were just all over the beach side there where we were. But other areas, we noticed there weren't any at all. As we went down to Bombay Beach and looked at it, how it was, that Bombay Beach. That's a unique community. But this whole thing was like a French Riviera. It was beautiful back in the 50s and 60s. Then, of course, the fish, the salinity in the water and the agriculture runoff with chemicals and the pesticides in the water sitting on the bottom of the lake, all that stuff's added up to the contamination of the water there. A very beautiful area. It was great while we were there. But it's one of those things you got to learn. We don't know the full area. My understanding is on the west side of the lake, there's lots of free camping over there. So next time we go, we'll just swing by there and maybe check it out next winter when we're out here. So that's all I got to say about it. So if you want to do something interesting, look it up on the internet. It's pretty neat stuff.
Good morning. We're on our way out of here. We're leaving the Salton Sea. And of course, on the day that we're leaving, it's not windy. It's been windy the whole time we've been here. But is this not a gorgeous, gorgeous place? I pray that they figure out how to save it, because it's just amazing. Just amazing. So pretty. Snow on the mountains over there. Birds on the beach. Awesome. It cost $8 a night for us to stay here because Mr. Childers has a senior pass. Other than that, it is $10. And they also have day use pass, which is $7. Very nice indeed. Okay, we'll see y'all in Quartzsite. Have a fabulous day.